Bafana Bafana have work to do at the Africa Cup of Nations after losing their Group E opener 2-0 against Mali. South Africa need to bounce back quickly when they take on Namibia in Korhogo tomorrow. Bafana are based in the north coast of Cote d'Ivoire for now, and they have enjoyed the hospitality so far.
I think for me it's been good. I think Cote d'Ivoire prepared very well for this tournament. Where we're staying, what we're eating, the traveling, the escorting. I don't know about in Abidjan, but here in Korhogo, I think everything is good. Where we're training at, the stadium we played at, I think everything is top level.
And now joining us to speak all things Bafana, all the way in Korhogo in Cote d'Ivoire, is FARPost editor Mthokozisi Dube. Mtho, a very good evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, and good evening to the viewers.
Let's start with the latest coming out of camp. A big game tomorrow for South Africa, a must-win. Any scoops that you can give us coming out of the Bafana camp at the moment as we prepare for the game tomorrow?
Yeah, look, I think we had conversations with some Bafana players yesterday just to pick, how they are after that loss to Mali. And also this afternoon we had a chat with the coach during the press conference, and Kuliso Mutau. There is a possibility that there could be a number of changes that coach could make going into tomorrow's game against Namibia, which would be obviously be changes to the lineup, which I feel would be very positive. I think the first one would be in defense, where it's likely to be a change there where Sianda Kulu played. You're likely to see a different player, most likely Grant Kekana, but also there's other options. You see your Nkosinathi Sibisi, but the most likely would be Grant Kekana. And then Namibia have Ryan Nyambe at right back, very slow. He's not a quick defender, but very smart. He plays his football in England for Derby County. So you were likely to introduce Tapelo Morena, with his experience and obviously pace, just to run it Ryan Nyambe right there on that left wing. But the rest of it looks likely to stay the same. But from what I've gathered, I think it's those two changes that are likely to happen.
And I mean, if you look at the performance of Bafana, particularly in the first half against Mali, we didn't play too badly. Apart from the missed penalty and the missed chances, it wasn't too bad. But how have the players taken this loss? I mean, from what we're getting, others are saying, well, it's an opportunity to pick up. The game is not lost. It's still so much. But how have the boys responded ahead of this game from that loss?
Yeah, very, very interesting, because I think it has reached their ears what the Namibians are saying. They're basically saying if they could beat Tunisia, they can beat, Bafana. We've spoken to journalists who are here from Namibia, and they're saying to us, listen, we're going to mop the floor with Bafana. So it's gotten to the players, and we've obviously had those conversations to say, but how do you guys feel about this? And they're saying, listen, we're going to go all out tomorrow and fight, because we want to stay in the competition, and the only way is for us to win the game. So looks like that defeat has actually inspired them to want to fight and get a result tomorrow. And I think that's what it will take, because the Namibians, I mean, we saw how they ran for 90 minutes against Tunisia. Lots of energy, working together as a unit, as a team. And for us to be able to beat them, I think we'd need to double our efforts in terms of our energy, and also converting the chances that we create. I think which was our biggest letdown against Mali. I think had we converted few chances we created, I think the result would have been different.
So we don't have that much time, but just looking at Namibia, Shalulile, we know what he can do. He's a threat. We know what they did against Tunisia. Dion Hoto was also a threat. How dangerous is this Namibia? I mean, this is a derby, a Southern African derby, and it's bound to produce fireworks. But how dangerous are Namibia going into this game?
Look, they are very, very dangerous. I think they are determined. And I think one of the things that I've noted here, I think the conditioning of the players is very key. Remember, these guys spent a month in Ghana, preparing for this game. I mean, they've actually, not too long ago, they beat Cameroon. Not too long ago, they went to Ghana, played away and got a 2-2 draw, We played them a few months ago in Johannesburg, and we played a goalless draw. So they are very confident, they run a lot, they work as a unit. So I think it's a very, very dangerous team, especially we know what Shalulile is capable of. Because you give him half a chance, he converts. So we'd have to be wary of him. But they've also got other options. I mean, Bethel Museu, who plays for Black Leopards, I think we saw the assist that he provided for Dion Hoto in the first game. Also a prolific goal scorer. I think he's one of the top scorers in our first division. So they've got quite a number of players that are a threat, up front.
All right. I say Bafana winning by 3-0. What do you say?
Very narrow scoreline. I'd say 2-1 to Bafana.
I'll take that. Mthokozisi, thank you so much for coming through. FARPost editor Mthokozisi Dube.